What is up, everyone? I'm the Ants3, and today I'm going to show you all of the Rorke File intel locations throughout the whole game. And also, I did make walkthroughs of where the locations are of the whole game itself. And if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description for the playlist of all the walkthrough videos. But other than that, I'll just show you where all the locations that are in the levels. So basically, there are 18 missions, and there are 18 locations to find them. So this will be pretty easy. Some are hard to find, some are easy to get, but others are a little challenging. So the first intel is in the very first mission, Ghost Stories, and I noticed that a lot of people have had trouble trying to find it, and it is a little tricky to find. What you'll have to do is that when you follow Hesh down the sidewalk after you finish the space combat on Odin, you'll need to come to this driveway and jump on top of a car. And when you jump on top of the car, you need to jump into this small yard, and then you'll walk into this house where the Rorke File is on the ground. You'll be able to find it there, but the trick is that if you take too long, you're going to get yourself killed since there's missiles coming down, so you got to be fast on this part. In Brave New World, the intel is located at the end of the level. When you go up the stairs with Elias and Hesh, you'll be able to find it sitting out in the open on a table, and they kind of made it one of the obvious ones where they think that it wouldn't stand out so much, but it's basically just right there and it's easy to find.
Dad. Listen, you boys. You're the only thing I've got left in this world. Dad, listen. But you're also the only ones I can trust.
In No Man's Land, when you come up to the enemy base, the intel is basically another one that just stands out in the open, just sitting directly on a table. It should be easy to get.
If you hurry, you should be able to intercept them. Roger that. Let's move. Contact.
In Struckdown, when you go into the room that you have to breach where Ajax is, you'll find that the intel is located in one of the lockers. It's supposed to be on the left, but I think it also spawns differently, but just check all the lockers just to be safe, and you'll find it.
Hang in there, Ajax.
In Homecoming, this is one of the intel that are located directly at the beginning of the level, and you'll find it that when you go into the command post, don't go up the stairs yet, just go onto the side and you'll come into a room where the intel is sitting on top of a crate. In Legends Never Die, as soon as you get to this part where you have to cross the bridge and come into a building, you'll need to clear out the enemies in this area, and you'll see that the intel is just sitting right on the desk, directly in front of you. In Federation Day, when you enter the building to make your way to the computer mainframe, don't follow Keegan. Instead, go to the office on the left, and you'll find that Hesh is hanging from a window. And in that room, the intel is supposed to be somewhere in front of Hesh, and you'll be able to find it there. In Birds of Prey, you'll find that the intel is another one that just stands right out in the open, and it's located at the very end of the level. But the thing is, you have to get it as soon as Merrick throws Rorke out the window. In The Hunted, this is one of the tricky ones to find. As soon as you regroup with Elias, you'll need to go up here to this waterfall, and when you make it, just go down the stream on the left, and you'll find that the intel is sitting on a rock. In Clockwork, this is one of the easy ones to find, that when Merrick and Keegan hack into the system, just look at the opposite direction from them and you'll see that the intel is on a desk.
Power's on, we'll have their eyes and ears.
The door's down! Flash now!
In Atlas Falls, when you get to the point where you have to breach the room, just clear out all of the enemies, and afterwards you'll follow Merrick and Hesh down to a room, which is supposed to be the control tower. When you enter the control tower, just look to your right and you'll see some file cabinets where the intel is on top of it.
Pressure regulators are through here. Watch your fire. We need the foreman alive. What are you doing? Quiet! Shut it down, kid. No, don't do it! You'll blow the stock. Stop!
The location in Into the Deep is one of the tricky ones to find. Basically, after you destroy the ship and survive the stuff falling on you, which is the light tower and all the other rubble, you'll find that the intel is located on a rock just after you destroy the enemy forces underwater.
Kick.
In End of the Line, when you get to the room where the satellite is, after you go down the stairs, you'll find that the intel is just underneath the stairs that you just walked down.
Looks like space-based weaponry. Copy, actual. Pipe a feed for identification.
Logan, get your eyes patched in. Hesh, you too. Keegan, get the main heat shield open. We're on a schedule. Get out your camera.
Visual feed is up. You're coming in clear.
Route since we came to.
In the mission Sin City, you'll find that the intel is sitting on a table on the left after you go through this gate. This is another one of the intel that just happened to be at the beginning of the level in All or Nothing. Before you leave the room, just look around the whole room and look into the bunk beds. It's supposed to be sitting in one of the bunk beds, but you have to get at a good angle to look at it.
We have a successful...
So in Severe Ties, you have to be fast on this one. After you launch the missile and go down the stairs with Hesh, you'll come to this hallway that's on your right. Go down the hallway, and on the last door on the left, you'll go into this small room where there's computers, and the intel is sitting on one of the computers.
Return to rally point. We'll track him down together.
Sorry, Merrick. Your mission's complete. Ours isn't. Let's get this bastard.
On the mission Loki, this one is one of the challenging ones to find. Basically, when you get to this part after the explosion, you'll need to come down this small area, and you'll see that the intel is just floating right in space. The thing is, you got to move in a little because it's in a bit of a tight squeeze. That's what she said, and you'll just get it right there.
Icarus, be advised. We've lost the carrier fleet. Give me a sit rep.
And finally, in the last mission, the Ghost Killer, you'll find that the intel is just right at the beginning of the level, just right behind you sitting on a crate. So go ahead and grab it and you'll earn the achievement.
Let's finish this. Looks like Icarus got control of the rods. All that's left is Rorke. Let's go.
So there you have it. Those were all the intel locations throughout the whole game. I really hope it was helpful, and I would really appreciate if you guys would check out my walkthrough videos along with my other videos on my channel. But other than that, just like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.